Good evening, welcome to the Galloway Township Board of Education. Today is a regular meeting, January 28, 2019. May I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Avery, Dr. Bashara Blau, Mr. Gentile,
Here.
Ms. Goldberg, Mr. Gregg,
Here.
Mr. Nord, Dr. Parmenter, Mr. Dace,
Here.
and Mrs. Gorman.
Here. Can we all rise for a flag salute led by Dr. Bashir Glass?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. In accordance with Law 231, notice of this meeting was provided to the press of the Galloway Township Municipal Building on January 23, 2019. We have this evening approval of minutes from December 17th, regular meeting, December 17th, executive session, January 7th, 2019 regular meeting, and January 7th, 2019 executive session. Can I have a first to approve those minutes? Thank you. Is there any abstention? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Reading of communications, please.
Thank you, Mrs. Carmen, and good evening, everyone. We do have one letter from Robert Bumpus, who is the Acting Executive County Superintendent of Schools. And every year, the district has what is known as a mid-year budget review. Mrs. Nixon, as the business administrator, provides to the county office a lot of different information regarding our school district. There's also program information, and this is all analyzed in light of 7 different areas of efficiency. And in the letter, we are very pleased to report that our review resulted in meeting, actually exceeding every one of those efficiency standards.
Thank you. Moving on to presentations, I see we have a student representative this evening.
We do. It's my pleasure to introduce Alexander Mass, who is the Student Council Secretary of Special Projects.
Welcome. Do you have anything that you want to report to the board this evening?
What's going on there?
Does anybody else have the microphone on?
I don't know what's going on there. So where are you at?
That's working. You can bend it down towards you. There you go.
So, student council has done writing contests. They have the Elks Lodge and MLK, which the winners are being awarded tonight. On Friday, we had our state health visit to Trenton. Everyone enjoyed it, and we also in February we have our annual clothing drive.
Perfect. When is the due date for the clothing drive?
I'm
Not sure. Okay. All right. Well, if you have any questions or comments, just get Mr. Grebb's attention and he'll get our attention, okay? Thank you. So we do have, as Alexander said, some presentations for essays.
Yes, we do. We're very pleased this evening to be able to recognize several students who have entered and been awarded honors in 2 different essay contests. So just to go over some general guidelines, what I'll do is I'll invite Mrs. Carmen, the board president, to join me at the microphone, and we'll then acknowledge each of the students. Students, when you hear your name, if you can come forward, Mrs. Carmen will have your certificate, and then we'll ask you to collect in the center. Mrs. Westcott, our communications officer, likes to get a photo. Certainly families are welcome to take pictures as well. I will let everyone know that all of the students being recognized this evening, their essays were scanned and emailed so that all our board members could see the winning essays. So I don't believe anyone from the Elks is here this evening. The first category was an essay contest sponsored by the Elks Lodge of Galloway, and the students had to write "What makes you proud of America?" So, Mrs. Carmen, if you will join me. So again, and then move over to the center. Interestingly enough, our students so impressed the Elks. All 7 recipients are first place winners. So I think that speaks to the quality of our students, that they didn't want to select from among all their entries one over the other. So first we have Emma Brooke. And hopefully I will say this correctly. If not, please come up and tell me and I will repeat it. Sane Copeland.
She's on her way.
Okay.
She's on her way.
Okay. Olivia Hughes. Andrew Crewmaker. Jarrell Maravilla. Brianna Santos. Maya Skinnell. Sinead Copeland. Mr. Crewmaker, I'll get the other 2 to you to get to the students.
Yes.
Thank you. Last picture taking time. If you'll do us a favor, hold your certificates up in front of you. That's it. And then Mrs. Westcott will give us direction for what she wants us to do.
Great. I'm going to take a couple, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Doctor. Anyone else want to come up and say?
Hold on. We good? Congratulations again. So the middle school sponsored a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. essay contest. And in addition to the certificate from the Board of Education, there is actually an award and a certificate signed by Mr. Crewmaker, the Student Council Advisor, as well as Mrs. Junker, the middle school principal. And in 3rd place, we have Olivia Hughes. Obviously, in 2nd place, we have Kiera Liu. Congratulations. And in 1st place, we have Andrew Crewmaker. And Mr. Crewmaker, the Student Council Advisor, I would love to have you come and join us for the photo. All right, you ready again? Guys. Did you know 50 was part of this? Very good. This way, you're going to put space that way, we'll get in between the We good?
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Before we move on, I did get a chance to read those essays, and they were really good. It really makes me proud that our students thoughts like that and actually can express themselves so well. So very good job, guys. Thank you.
Next up, we have our attorney's report, so I'll turn it over to Mrs. Halkett.
Good evening, everybody. On my attorney's report, it's very brief. I handle some special education matters, student residency matters, and just general updates with the administration.
Does anybody have questions for the board solicitor? Okay, thank you.
For student enrollment, as of December 31st, 2018, in district, we have 3,296 students. When we add in students who attend special services, various private schools for special needs students, students on home instruction, and some students at charter or choice schools, the total increases to 3,413 students. I will say this. Those of you that were here for the student acknowledgements tonight, we would love to have you stay for the entire board meeting. However, if you do wish to head home for homework or activities, we understand that as well. We thank you again. Again, you are welcome to stay. We thank the parents for coming out.
Thank you. Moving on to curriculum instruction, please.
Thank you for going there.
Oh, go ahead.
That's okay. I just want to acknowledge that the board received the harassment, intimidation, and bullying report from December 13th to January 23rd, and that is something the board votes on at the next meeting.
Thank you. Moving to curriculum instruction.
Thank you. We have a variety of items this evening. The first is to approve the Southern New Jersey Consortium Program for the spring 2019 semester. We then have activities that are drill and step team. They actually already occurred, so administrative approval was granted. Our wrestling team will be participating in the Atlantic Cape Middle School Championship Tournament. We have our GEM students from 2 schools participating in Odyssey, the Minor Regional Tournament. Preschool classes that are housed at Arthur Rain and Roland Rogers will travel to Pomona for an assembly from the Franklin Institute. It's the approval of our annual 8th grade class trip to Beachcomber camping. And then the final item is home instruction, the student ID, the school, and the details regarding the home instruction are listed.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve items 1 through 8 under curriculum instruction?
So,
Thank you. Is there any board comment? Any public comment? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Gentile?
yes.
Ms. Goldberg?
Yes.
Dr. Bashara Blau?
Yes.
Mr. Gregg?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen?
Yes. Finance and school operations, please.
I'll turn the agenda over to Mrs. Nixon.
Thank you. The first item is a Finance Committee update given by Vice President Richard Dace.
As usual, we have our meeting at 6:15 tonight, our Finance Committee. No problems with checks or anything, no questions asked. And Joy can fill us in on a couple of upcoming items, which will be overseen by the Finance Committee.
Thank you.
Jim, you have anything? I have nothing to add, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Nixon?
Thank you. Resolution 1 through Resolution 6 is to approve December 2018 financial reports. Resolution 9 is to approve the January bills list. Resolution 8 is to approve the submission of Title I reallocated funds grant in the amounts listed for GTMS and Smithville Elementary School. Resolution 9 is to approve the 1920 budget calendar. Resolution 10 is to approve acceptance of Sustainable Jersey for Schools Small Grants Program funded by the NJDA for Reedsburg Elementary School in the amount of $2,000. Resolution 11 is to approve the following McKinney-Vento tuition receivable students. Resolution 12 and 13 are to approve out-of-district placement students. Resolution 14 is to approve Summit Speech School to provide services for special education hard of hearing students and staff on an as-needed basis. Resolution 15 is to approve commission for the blind with the amount listed and the accounts listed. Resolution 16 is to approve sign-for-you interpreting services to be provided for hard of hearing students on an as-needed basis. That account is also listed. Resolution 17 is to approve the following transportation contracts with Greater Egg Harbor Regional School District. Resolution 18 is to approve the listed out-of-district professional development activities and the costs and the accounts that correspond.
Thank you, Ed. Can I have a motion to approve items 1 through 18 under finance and school operations, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there any board comment? Is there any public comment? May I have roll call, please?
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Bashara Blau? Ms. Goldberg?
Yes.
Mr. Grimm?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes, moving on to facilities and maintenance, please.
Resolution 1 is to approve change order number 1 for a decrease for general contract with Command Company for $2,000. Resolution 2 is to approve a new generator at Pomona Preschool capital project to be submitted to the Department of Education for approval and to update the long-range facility plan for such project. Resolution 3 is to approve 2 maintenance reserve transfers to fund maintenance projects that were done within the district for $21,800.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve items 1 through 3 under facilities and maintenance, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any board comment? Any public comment? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Ms. Goldberg?
Yes.
Dr. Bashara Blau? Mr. Grimm?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes, moving on to community use of school facilities.
Thank you. We have 2 items this evening. One is for the county to use the library here at GTMS, Team Picture Day, and the other for Garden State Academy to use the cafeteria at Smithville Elementary School for a sweetheart dance.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve items 1 and 2 under community use of school facilities?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any board comment? Any public comment? May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Goldberg?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Dr. Bashara Blau? Mr. Grimm?
Yes.
Vice President Dace?
Yes.
And President Carmen.
Yes. Moving on to personnel, and if we don't read item 1, does that mean we don't have to consider it?
We could go in that
We
direction.
could just ignore it?
We could.
Okay.
You just don't know.
I think Mr. Zapara might not.
I only read like you folks didn't vote.
Okay, moving on.
Yes, I will say that for personnel items, when it is retirements, we do read them word for word, as opposed to the other items that we do not. So what that introduction led to is item number 1 in personnel, a resolution to accept with regret the letter of intent to retire from Dr. William Zaparo, principal of Reeds Road Elementary School, effective June 30th, 2019. Dr. Zaparo has worked in the Galloway Township Public School District for 25 years. And his dedication and service to students and staff are appreciated by our entire school family.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve item 1 under personnel?
So moved. With regret.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any board comment? Any public comment? Can you just come to the microphone, state your name, whether or not you're a Galloway resident, please?
My name is Ed Zimmerman. I'm a teacher at Galloway Township. I taught in Galloway for 21 years. All of my time has been at Reed Shore School. My principal, Dr. Sparrow, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I could skip it.
Sorry.
We haven't voted yet.
I'll get it.
Okay.
He hired me right out of college. He saw something in me that honestly I didn't see myself. And I tried each day to live up to the expectations that he set when he first hired me. He said, always do your best. Dr. Z has been the very best principal that a teacher could have. He's fair-minded and even-tempered. And while we have him for 5 more months, I know next year I'll miss his leadership, but more importantly, his friendship. And when I say this, I truly mean it. Retirement's gain is Galloway's loss. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. If you could just state your name and whether or not you're a Galloway resident.
My name is Carol Mansell. I'm a 4th grade teacher at Reeds Road Elementary School. I'm not a Galloway resident.
Thank you.
Tonight, I would just like to say a few words about Dr. Zakara before the board, as his retirement from Galloway Township Public Schools is officially announced. If I took the time to say all of the things I wanted to say, we would be here for a very long time. I only have a few moments to share my thoughts and feelings, so I'll do my very best. I am beyond happy for Dr. Zakara to begin this new chapter in his life. Let me start by saying it has been both an honor and a pleasure to work for him, and I can never thank him enough for this opportunity that he has given to me many years ago. I still remember walking into his office and meeting him for the very first time as a newly married, fresh-faced, 26-year-old young lady. I was eager to get a job in a school that would be my forever job with a staff that would become like family. He has provided that opportunity to me and much more. He has not just been a principal and a boss to me, he has become a true friend. Together, we have watched Reed's Road and our own families grow and go through many changes. He has always been there to listen to me and give me guidance and advice. Whether it be from my classroom or from my life outside of Reed's Road. We've shared many laughs and good times, and to say that I will miss him as he walks out the door on his final school day would be an understatement. Over the course of the next 5 months, I hope that along with the Reed's Road staff, we will have the chance to share more laughs and create a few more memories. I offer my sincere congratulations to Dr. Zakara, and I will always be forever grateful to him. Thank you.
You could also state your name, whether or not you're a Galloway resident.
Good evening, my name is Kelly Shank. I teach at Reed's Road School. I'm also a resident of Galloway. I have nothing prepared tonight, but felt very compelled to speak. As you know, teachers, most of us become teachers because we love to talk and we want an excuse to be able to talk in class as much as we want. I have known Bill for 25 years, and anybody who knows Bill knows two things about him. I'll never forget just a few years ago when he looked us all in the eye, his staff, and he meant every word. He said, remember, it's all about the kids. And that's Bill, to a T. But there's something else that those of us who work for him and work with him have really come to appreciate, is when you go to him, he never forgets that you have families. Some of you have children. And if you go to him and you say, my child has a fever, the babysitter called, I must go, he goes, what are you doing still standing there? Go. You have to really appreciate and be grateful for a boss like that. So when you get to be my age, you can say with some pride, I've had many, many bosses, but I'm not sure that many of them come even close to Bill. So I really did feel tonight that I had to say something, and thank you for listening.
Thank you. Same thing if you're your name and if you're the Galloway resident or not.
Hello, my name is Christy Buck. I am a Reed's Road Elementary School teacher. I am a Galloway resident.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
We can just not vote on it.
No, let's not.
I'd be fine with that.
Let's go home.
Yeah, he has to come back next year.
That's it. Dr. Zavara has been an inspiration for all of us, and I can't believe that it's been 17 years that I've had the privilege of working at Reed's Road School. It just seems like yesterday that I walked into his office, and I still remember the interview where he said to me, what if I told you how to spend 2 days in the woods with 6th graders on a trip called Stokes? And I said, bring it on. And I will never forget just the feeling that I knew that I was at a place that I knew I was going to be forever. Dr. Zaparo has been a leader for our school. He has been the glue that has held us together, and he really has led by an example all the time. I can't even tell you how many times that I've had parents, coworkers, substitute teachers walk into Reedswood Elementary School and say there is just something different. There's just something different. And I have to say, although I'm sure every school in Galloway District is excellent, Reedswood really does have something that is different there. And it really has to be the leadership quality. I remember a quote that I really love from the movie Remember the Titans. And it says, attitude reflects leadership. I cannot imagine that the atmosphere that has been created at Reedswood Elementary School could be from anything else but the leadership that Dr. Zaparo has set for each of us. He has been an amazing boss, and I just kind of want to end with the fact that you really can never retire from being great. So I know we will live on forever in our lives.
Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Barbara Summers. I am a Galloway resident. I'm also an employee at Reedswood as well. I've been there for 16 years, and under Bill's apparel, it's been wonderful. Today, I just found out I was at a workshop on Friday, and Ed had sent around an email to say that this was happening this evening, and if you would like to come and speak. This was about 4 o'clock. That I read his email, and it's kind of like, wow, because I was sitting at the table, and Christy, my friend, had sent me a quote that she wanted me to cut for her and put on the wall. That would be outside of his door. And it's for the children. Christy has had this wonderful idea to put all these wonderful quotes around the building for the children. But as I was reading Ed's email, and I was taking the vinyl apart and pulling it out, it just hit me that this was for Bill as well. And I was kind of hoping he would be here tonight because I wanted him to see it. And for me, every time I look at it, it will be for the children, but it will be for Bill. And I want you to see. So we know that there's greatness in Bill. We all felt greatness with Bill. I will miss him very much.
Thank you. Is there anybody else from the public that would like to come and speak? I think we know who you are, but if you could state your name and whether or not you're a Galloway resident. Thank you.
The term that's come up a lot has been principal with boss. And when I talk to Bill with my coworkers, the term I like to use is work ethic. I think that's the best term to use. Dr. Z isn't just a boss. The advice and the lessons you get from him go beyond school. I've learned a lot about being a father, assistant principal, homeowner, all those things. So I'm going to miss his guidance. I know we all are. But I am happy for him because I know how long he's been looking forward to this, and I know he's got a lot of exciting things planned.
Thank you. Anyone else? And as for myself, my kids, all three of them went to Reeds Road for the entire time, so I think I was a parent at Reeds Road, and actually my kids had many of you as teachers as well. And I couldn't be proud of the education that they received as a parent, and then as a board member, couldn't be more proud of our staff and the job that you all do. So again, thank you to Mr. Zaparo as well, and congratulations, but it will be sad to see you go. And
Can I say one thing?
yes.
I've known Dr. Zaparo for several years with me, and I can only echo what all the people who have worked with him said about a gentleman, and capital letters the whole time, gentleman. That's what he was. God bless him.
Thank you. Okay, so may I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Goldberg,
Yes.
Mr. Gentile,
Yes.
Dr. Bashir Blau, Mr. Grimm,
Yes, Mr. Grant.
Dr. Parmenter,
Yes.
Vice President Dace,
Yes, with great regret.
and President Carmen.
Yes, with regret. And if we could just get to Dr. Zapara, the people, just the names of people that came and spoke on his behalf this evening. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to item number 2.
This is also another retirement, so it's a resolution to accept with regret the letter of intent to retire from Paula Angelo, teacher at Ridgeway Elementary School, effective June 30th, 2019. Mrs. Angelo has worked in the Galloway Township Public School District for 17 years, and her dedication and service to students and staff are appreciated by our entire school family.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve item 2 under personnel, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there any board comment? Any public comment? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Gentile,
Yes.
Dr. Bashir Blau, Ms. Goldberg,
Yes.
Mr. Grimm,
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter,
Yes.
Vice President Dace,
Yes.
and President Carmen.
Yes.
Thank you. The next item extends John Jensen contract as 8th grade science teacher in a lead position. Resolution 4 is to approve Dondre Dennis as a 7th grade science teacher at GTMS. This is also a lead position. Resolution 5 is to approve Jackie Diadamo as a 5th grade resource teacher at Reach Road, a lead position. We then have Jasmine Shoemaker as a classroom assistant lead position, Sherry Wild as the full-time district courier classroom custodian as a replacement position. Number 8 is some new subs, their name, their type of level or certificate, and the rate is listed. And then finally, a substitute custodial worker.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve items 3 through 9 under personnel, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Any board comment? Any public comment? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Gentile,
Yes.
Mr. Grimm,
Yes.
Dr. Bashir Blau, Ms. Goldberg,
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter,
Yes.
Vice President Dace,
Yes.
and President Carmen.
Yes. Supplemental personnel, please?
I am looking forward to, if you don't mind, Mrs. Carter, we have 2 new staff members here. I will start at the middle school in a science lead position is Dondre Dennis. Dondre first came to us as a classroom assistant who's been working at GTMS, and he was a science major in college and has gone back to school into the alternate route program, has done his 50 hours and is doing a tremendous job as a classroom assistant. So when this opportunity came up to allow him to use that science and knowledge and background, we're very pleased to approve him for this lead position this evening. Dondre?
Welcome.
Welcome. I will turn to Mr. Laycat to introduce our new resource teacher at Reeds.
I would like to introduce Jackie Diadama. Jackie has been in the district, I think we figured, for about 5 years now. She's been a classroom assistant and a long-term sub. She's filling in for a 5th grade maternity leave, and we're happy to have her back at Reeds.
Welcome.
Welcome to both of you. The next set of items are supplemental positions. We have additional staff members for novice teacher training program, staff for the child care program, for the STEAM Family Math Night at the middle school. Then we move into items 4 and 5 that are stipends for presenters for our winter staff development days, as well as for our part-time staff members who work a longer day on the staff development day. We then have teachers at Arthur Grant Elementary School for the morning tutoring program. I should note for items 4 and 5 is federal Title IIA money, and for item 6 it's federal Title I money, and it's also Title I for item 3.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve items 1 through 6 under supplemental personnel?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Is there any board comment? Any public comment? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Gentile,
Yes.
Ms. Goldberg,
Yes.
Dr. Bashir Blau, Mr. Grimm,
Yes.
Dr. Parmenter,
Yes.
Vice President Dace,
Yes.
and President Carmen.
Yes, there's no policy, so notice of public meetings, please.
Yes, in February, on February 4th is the Board Institute, and that's in the middle school library at 5 o'clock p.m. And then our regular meeting is on February 25th, right here in the cafeteria at 7 p.m.
Thank you. Going around the horn, we'll start with Jim this evening. Do you want to- Alexa? Rob?
I went to the STEM or Tech Night at Reed's Road, and it's very impressive. And I'm looking forward to visiting the STEM classroom here at GTMS, and we'll see if we can help them.
Perfect. Thank you. Sherry? I don't think it's on. You got it. It's on.
Hi, I've not met Dr. Zaccaro, but I'm very, very touched by all this outpouring of support and love from him. He must be some kind of leader, and I think it's great that Galloway Township has that type of leadership in the schools. And I'm going to make a point to introduce myself to him before he leaves. But I thought that was very, very nice. And second, I wanted to commend Dr. Giaquinta for the letter that we got from our acting county superintendent about our budget and the things that we're under. And I think that was just great, so I just want to commend you for that.
Thank you. Alexander, do you have anything else to add this evening? It's on.
Just as a former Reed Road student, just say thank you to Dr. Sparrow. I know he's not here, but he helped create the school that I went to, and without him, it wouldn't have been the same.
Perfect. Thank you. Mike?
Yes, welcome to Mr. Mass, and good luck with the clothing drive. I'm sure it will turn out great, as it does every year. Welcome to our new staff. Congratulations to all the students recognized tonight. And as also a Reed's Road parent, Dr. Sapero will be very missed.
Yeah. Thank you. Rich?
Nothing to
Thank you. And I have nothing as well, but I believe we do have executive session.
We do.
So be it resolved that pursuant to Section 7A of the Open Public Meeting Act, this public meeting of the Galloway Township Board of Education, the following matters to be discussed in session of the board closed to the public. As a personnel, yes. It is presently anticipated that the items mentioned in this resolution can and will be disclosed to the public as soon as possible according to circumstances. Action may or may not be taken. Can I have a motion to close public session?
Don't worry about it.
Thank you. All in favor?
That's why I
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.